Okay, let's get this started. Good morning, everybody. It's been a while. Happy Sunday, happy Mother's Day. It's Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Nice to see you. I'm very excited today. We'll be building this guy, the Tallneck from Horizon Zero Dawn, slash Forbidden West. It says Forbidden West on here, but I think the costume is more the Aloy from Zero Dawn, but that's just me. I also think it came out before Forbidden West, so it's hard to say if these are Burrowers or Red Eyes or whatever. But anyway, very excited to start doing that. Before we start, I thought I'd show a couple things. First off, I've got a new... good afternoon, Walter and Mariana. How are you? Sorry I didn't catch your stream yesterday. We were out and about. But thank you for building the Star Scavenger. That was very cool. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Here's the Resistance Bomber. I'm actually kind of proud of this because it was a build that I've had for a long time, but I never really liked. So I went back and redid it and then realized as I was redesigning it, I had all the pieces all ready to go. So I just built it, and it was very cool. I did have to wait because I didn't have a Resistance Bomber pilot, so I ordered that. I didn't get the fun one that's the lady who does the the bit at the end where she is able to use the controller to start the bombing, but I just, whatever the bomber that came with the set. And then there's a bomber pilot that was like a part of a misprint box or something. It's like a $250 figure or something. I didn't get that one. Anyway, I thought this turned out really well. I very much like it. I think it's a good size. And I'd be interested in seeing if Lego actually did something like this. If they do a new set of microfighters, because I think this is a good size. The other ones I know tend to be a little big, and I get it. But this one's been in a movie, and it's pretty solid, and it's pretty easy to put together, so very happy with that. I'm also happy with the sign that I made for the convention, which I put this up on Instagram, but I'm very excited about this. This is my microfighter sign. What's up, Brad? So this will go behind the display, and I can't tell if it's backwards for you guys or not. I've got the camera, so if I move this way, my head on the screen moves this way, so I'm not like freaking out about which way it's going. But I don't know if you can. Yeah, so it's right the other way, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, very excited about this. Ooh, that was really loud. I hit the mic. Sorry about that. So this will go on the table behind the microfighters, and I'm just very happy that it turned out. Again, I had all the parts already. I thought I would have had to order more of those tiles, those white corner tiles, but I didn't. So, without any further ado, let's get into this, shall we? What's up, Mayo? So I'm very excited about this set. Oh, it's a... doesn't matter, I'm not keeping the box. Gotta remind myself of that. I'm very excited about this set. I ordered it from Leo. And we are in May. Yo! I ordered it online because the store, I was all ready to go on... I'm having a crisis of conscience, y'all. So, I haven't streamed for a while because I really haven't had a lot to do. I haven't had a new thing to build. I didn't get any Star Wars sets for Star Wars Day. I know I'm a bad fan. Oh yeah, and I'll be putting stickers on this, because this is going up in display. This is going to go right next to the Nintendo or the DeLorean or something, so excited. Star Wars Day, did not buy anything. I got word from the store. The whole reason I was going to go is because I wanted to get the Tallneck. So we have a few of the people who work at our local Lego store on our Discord channel for our lug. And they said, if you are planning on coming in here for a Tallneck, don't. We have two. we got, you know, they messed up our shipment and we only got 2. So if that's all you're coming down for, don't. And so this was like the day before or 2 days before or something. So I was like, all right, well, I'm planning on getting it at 11 o'clock, you know, right at midnight. I'm going to get it online. So that's what I did. Turns out the event at the store was kind of a cluster. And this has happened before where there's no way to queue up ahead of time. There's multiple entrances to the mall. The Lego store is in a mall, and there's multiple entrances, and so it's kind of known by the Lego group. Getting better light on the set over here. It seems a little dark. That we line up outside this one entrance by this one place, and then when the mall security opens the doors, we go in order that we arrived and then go stand in front of the Lego store. Well, the Lego employees had been telling other people, either friends or people they knew who were probably resellers, where to go to get in a little earlier, which was a different location that we didn't know about. And so, despite having people get there at 7:30 for a store that opens at noon, Mother's Day yesterday. Wow, okay. Portugal, Mother's Day was on the 1st of May. Yeah, different there. Mother took me to see her mother, then went to the independent store, toy store, vintage base plates. Cool. Lego store for pick-a-brick cups. So that's probably the only thing I'll go to the Lego store for anymore is like get some pick-a-bricks. I don't know that I'm going to go back for a lot of stuff. It's just, and I'll get to that in a second. That's all we're going to talk about today is stuff like that. And I apologize for dog noises in the background. They're feisty. They're dogs. They're going to play. I can't control that. We also have a guest dog this weekend, so they're having a little fun, even though he's an older dog that doesn't want to do anything. Okay, so here's your instruction booklet. I was like dreaming about this last night. I'm so excited. So if you haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, I would really suggest this. If you are a PlayStation owner and haven't played this game, I almost feel like shame on you, but whatever. So there's going to be a little bit about the designer, the machines in Zero Dawn. There's a whole list of them. I'm wondering if they're going to do more. This is the Tallneck. Thanks for the like. Have a good night, Mayo. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think this costume's more Zero Dawn than it is Forbidden West, because she has a different one that's kind of a holdover from Zero Dawn in Forbidden West. So, oh my God, I can't wait. I think I'm just going to do this whole thing today. So this may be a longer stream. I don't have anything going on until tonight. So we'll see. I was supposed to do some volunteering today, but I was like, no, I'm doing this. Oh, Portugal is getting its first official Lego store. That's very cool. I hope it's close enough to you that you can go to it. Because that's like saying Texas is getting a Lego store. It's like, yeah, but if I live in El Paso and it opens up one in Houston, that's it's a 7-hour drive. So this is a multi-printed alloy. Multi-head print alloy. So we've got, come on, focus. It's kind of a rubbery bit of hair. Okay. And she's got her focus on one side, which is kind of cool because it's got this bit of the hair that highlights it. So it looks like it's glowing, right? But she's got 2 prints. She's got a serious face and a open mouth face. So talking and not talking, I guess. But then the little glowing bit highlights her focus, which I think is kind of cool. And we got some arm prints. That's nice. The back has got prints on it. Some of the fur and feathers and leather. Nothing on the side of the legs, but on the front of the legs. And she's got like sandal feet things. So This is a really good figure. I like this squishy hair. It's not very solid. And it is technically a dual mold. You can see in there for the trans blue. So it's technically a dual mold hair. So the plastic and then the rubbery bit. An hour drive, that's not too bad. That's doable. Like, you could do that in a weekend. All right, so Star Wars Day rolls around, and we've got people waiting in line since 7:30, 8 o'clock for the store opens at noon, which means they're there for 4 hours and change. But then they aren't first in line because the store tells other people where to go into the mall ahead of time, and it's kind of frustrating. And the Tallneck, they only had a couple copies, and I think they ran out of gift with purchases, and just sort of it's really frustrating. And there's nothing I can do about it. Like, one of the lug members came to me and was like, "Is there anything you can do about it?" I'm like, I don't think that the ambassador has anything to do with that. That's retail. That's the store. I can't really. I can complain, but I mean, it would just be complaining. I don't know what else I could do. And the managers already know what's going on, and they're doing their best to take care of it. So I let one of the employees know. I was like, well, here's what's going on. And they're like, yeah, we know. We've got some ideas on how to make it better. But so there's her with her bow and arrow and her spear, which is got technology involved in it that helps her override machines and hack into control nodes and stuff like that. So I'm going to put her down here with her spear up so she can be sitting here like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Fig is great. I'm very excited. So it's kind of a cluster. And the other thing was, I felt like I wanted to get the dioramas, the Star Wars dioramas, and already I don't see the piece that I need. There it is. Because I kind of wanted the gift with purchases. They weren't great. I didn't get the keychain, the Beskar keychain. I didn't get the kitchen, and I didn't get the Polybag Scoutwalker. I had all intentions of driving down there and waiting in line, and even if I couldn't get a Tallneck because I had already ordered it online, I was going to try to get some Star Wars stuff. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I've got a vacation coming up. I should probably hold off, and I'll get them later, and I'll miss out on some of the stuff, the gift with purchase, all that kind of stuff. But apparently they ran out of stuff, and I was like, I don't care if I get the gift with purchase, honestly. And so, like, I made this weird call where I didn't go to the Lego store on an opening day on May the 4th to buy Star Wars Lego. And I was like, what is happening? And then I didn't stream that day, and it was kind of a thing. So I feel like I'm in this mode where I don't know what I'm going to be buying next. I hear there's an Optimus Prime coming out, but that's been a rumor for a while, and I haven't seen anything new. They said this summer, but I haven't seen anything about it on the LAN. I haven't seen anything about it other than, like, rumors. I haven't seen a picture of it. I'm sure it's out there. And it's going to be like $200. So, I don't know. Ish, I think. Oh, more of these guys. These guys are turning into my favorite pieces. I really need to use them more. So between not really caring if I get VIP points. Oh, the other thing is there's something coming out and I can't really talk about it, but it requires VIP points. And the lead time between now and when we can talk about it or between the time we can talk about it and the time it's going to come out, doesn't really give people a lot of time to, like, get more VIP points. That's really frustrating. Yeah, that was another one. I was going to get the Buzz Lightyear set, looked really good. I also still want to get more of the space sets. Inspired by the Artemis mission or whatever. Oh, look at that. So this will be the head, and you can change the head. This is going to be a little frustrating because... Is this ×2? No. So this will be the head. This is an in-game feature. When the red eyes are calm and stationary and just wandering around, they have blue eyes like that, right? When they think they've spotted you, their eyes turn yellow. And when they know they've spotted you and are attacking, their eyes turn red. So whether, whatever display you want to make of this, that's what you put on there. Which is kind of cool that they're aware of that. I don't know how practical the, changing out the eyes all the time is, but... So yeah, I'm not really sure if I want to keep buying from the Lego store or Lego online, or if I just want to try to get stuff from Amazon or Walmart or Target. Because I think Walmart and Target I could probably get that day. They tend to have them in stock. You just have to get there in time. And so I don't get VIP points. It's like I hardly ever... it takes a year's worth of savings to get $50 off of something, and that savings could be applied to, or I could be getting that kind of savings by shopping at a retailer who's, already not charging a lot or has a sale or something. I don't know. I'm not saying I won't buy Lego. I'm not saying that I don't like the stuff Lego's putting out. I just think like the whole retail model is kind of effed. All right, and there's your red eye. That's pretty cool. Sort of mobile. Its legs move around a lot. Its head moves. Its tail moves. It's pretty posable for its size. That's really nice. I really like that. And it looks like the thing too, so that's good. Can we put him there? Right on. Okay, so here we go with the main set. Yeah, the problem is I can't really find I say that, same thing, Brad. if I can find a sale, I will. But the thing is, I want the sets soon, right? Like soon after release, because I'm excited and I want to build them. So it's either get them from shop online or shop at home, or get them from the Lego store, or try to find one at a local retailer, Target or Walmart, before everybody else does. And I think hitting a Target or a Walmart the day of, I haven't even tried that before. So I don't know what the likelihood of me getting the set is versus going and waiting in line at the Lego store, knowing that they have a bigger stock. So I have to try it, see what happens. I just don't want to be like, well, that was disappointing, and then go back to buying from the store. So because I made that choice that day last Sunday, I was in a funk the whole rest of the day. I'm just like, because I'd built up so much around building Lego and doing streams and stuff that it was like, what am I even doing now? Is this it? Yeah, sets stick around for a while, so I'm not really worried about it. I just like being able to get it soon so I can build it. Because I feel like it's like movies. You get excited about seeing a movie, and then if you don't see it like opening weekend, there's a chance you'll forget it was out. And then in 6 months or in like a month or two when the hoopla has died down, you've forgotten that it was out, and then it shows up on Netflix in a year, and you're like, oh yeah, I really wanted to see that. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once. I want to see that. I want to see it soon before it leaves the theater, because otherwise I'll forget. Because I've heard it's magnificent. And also, I'm just kind of happy building. It doesn't have to be like new stuff. I'll just mock it. If I've got enough parts to do something, it's fine. Yeah, Doctor Strange is another one. I'm going to try to get tickets for tomorrow. I think I'll take my kid and we'll go see it tomorrow night. We've got a brick rodeo. It was Brick Fiesta for like 10 years. So, I mean, we're still trying to get over the nomenclature. We have a meeting tomorrow night. Oh, good news. Brick Rodeo tickets, all access passes have sold out. So if you were interested in coming in from Portugal or New Jersey to Brick Rodeo, you're out of luck for the all access. You're going to have to do a day pass like the rest of the plebes. But that's good. We sold out early-ish. We're still 7 weeks out, so that's really good news for us. So very excited about that. Hopefully it all come together. There's a lot of stuff that we have to I have to finish up. We have to get tables, and the person that I contacted about tables is not responding, so I'm gonna have to try him again. I hate when companies have like a form to fill out to get a result or to get a quote, or have somebody contact you and then nobody contacts you. But if you call them, they answer right away. It's like, why even have the form? Why even have that? If you're not going to answer it within a day, why even put it up on your site? I, for one, hate talking to people on the phone. I have like a phone aversion. I put it off and I make excuses and I'll do everything but. And then when it comes down to it, it's like, dang it, now I gotta actually call somebody. Hate it. Especially if I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. Then it's really frustrating because I get nervous and I get imposter syndrome feelings, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. Went to my first convention in 2 years, 2 weekends ago. Brickfest, New Jersey. How was it? I don't think I've talked. Feels like we haven't talked in 2 weeks. Feels like I haven't streamed in a while. All right, so this is ×2. So we'll do this simultaneously. This will be my first convention in-person convention since 2019. No, before that. So last 2 years we're in Houston because the first 2020 we didn't do anything. We did like a virtual thing. 2021 was also in Houston, and it was a virtual, or it was a in-person one. 2019 was here, and I think I went to that one. I can't remember. One of the ones, yeah. No, it was before that, because I was still building the Capitol on site at the convention. And then like 2 months later, it went up into the display area. So I guess 2019? I have a shirt. Should look at the shirt. But yeah, and then before that, it was 2011 or 2013, and I just went. I didn't like participate. We just went and looked at stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of new people. I'm trying to get more people involved in our lug because, oh, that reminds me, I need to look at the AFOL day list and see if anybody's come to the meetings who's registered. That's something that was a problem, is like we pushed out a thing on email and our Facebook group saying, hey, AFOL day is coming up, so make sure you get me your name and email and I'll make sure you're on the list so you can get the discount. And like people came out of the woodwork and they're like, I'm signed up, give me my discount. And it's like, I don't know who you are. You've never been at a meeting. This kind of thing is set up for the lug, you know, for Lego to appreciate the users in the lugs who are active members. And that doesn't include you who's never been to a meeting or an event or anything, right? If you signed up now and then you go to a couple meetings in June, you'll be on that list. And then of course I never hear from them. I'm like, like then they don't show up to meetings or anything even. I'm like, oh, sucker. What's up, Scott? How's life in the Great White North? Are you a hockey fan, Scott? Or are you just football? Does Wisconsin have a hockey team? I mean, like an NHL team? It's kind of weird if they don't. I would think they do, but I think it's kind of small towns. Football. It's like my dad's family. You grow up near Green Bay. It's like, what other sport are you into? Yeah, the AFOL day changed, so now it's no longer the discount. Now it's an exclusive gift with purchase. Or an exclusive, not gift with purchase. It's an exclusive, although it may be. But I don't know what the level is. I don't know if it's like 70 or 100 or 120 or something like that. I may not be able to go to that either because, oh man, I'm going to have to look at when that is. That's going to be a problem. Because graduation's happening and then we're going on vacation. If it's that weekend, I'm not going to be able to do it. If it's the weekend after, that's fine. AFOL day is usually like the first weekend, which, yeah, I won't be there. Nearest is the Blackhawks. Chicago. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, I really do too. I'm really hoping they don't just give everybody a blilk. That would be frustrating, and it would like really kind of negate everything that everybody's done to get those games early or pre-order them so they could get it, and then they're like, oh yeah, it's just here. Really? So, or like here's another ice rink. Have fun. I'd actually be surprised if they did. Now they said when they were on the land when they were telling us about this, it was going to be an exclusive something or other. So I don't think they'll be reusing anything, but it's one of those I'll believe it when I see it. Plus, you got to figure if you're one of these people who's a whale in buying stuff and you spend $500 on, release day or $1,000 when you go visit the Lego store and you get 20% off or 15% off plus VIP points, 15% off $1,000 is like a lot, comparatively. It's a whole other set. Like if you were budgeted for $1,000, you could buy another $150 set. But then, so it's like, so what could you give me that's worth that much? Not everybody buys $1,000 worth of stuff, but so for some people, it's not worth the drive. We've got people who are coming in an hour away to go to the Lego store, and they're like, not worth the drive to drive in for something that is worth $10. So it's like, that's not even worth the gas money. Oh, I was just playing that before I got on here. It's so the like the game part of it, like getting through the stories and stuff, doesn't take that long. You can just play through the whole game in probably a weekend. Each level takes like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, or each movie. It doesn't take that long to get through the movie parts of it. What's going to take a long time is the going back through and finding all the mini kits and getting all the Kyber cubes and all that stuff. Like I don't know what I am overall, maybe 30%. I feel pretty good about it too because I haven't gone back. I haven't like looked up anything online. Like I haven't gone, I can't figure this one out. What do I need to do for this? There's a couple that I've abandoned because I'm like, I don't understand what's going on here. I'm gonna have to look this up later. But so far I haven't. But it's going to be a grind. You know, it's just going through each planet and looking at the map and going and finding each character and finding each ship, you know, and completing the mission to unlock it. All right, we're going to have a lot of extra parts here. Plus, at the end of the day, it's not a very challenging game. I like it because it's Star Warsy, it's irreverent, it gives you a little bit of serotonin hits when you unlock things, or when you find stuff or complete a puzzle. So it's keeping me interested enough that I'll keep playing it for a while until I unlock everything. There's a lot of extra pieces right there. I mean, even this I understand, this I get, this. That's interesting. Unless it meant to go on the back like this. Which, I don't know, did it? I don't think it did. Oh, it goes underneath. Okay. Didn't see that at all. There we go. That's better. Okay. There's your platform. That's how big the footprint is going to be. Okay, so this goes... slightly off-centered. Slightly lower. Hope that's where it needs to go. I'm not really sure. And I don't know if you're a hockey fan, Brad, but I'm, you know, my condolences for the Devils not making it. They're an East Coast team. I don't really have anything for or against them. I think the Avs beat them in the Cup in 2001. So there was a bit of a thing for being against them for a while, but don't care anymore, really. Oh, and then there's... okay. One piece down here, like so. And these new pieces. So I am doing the playoff beard. Grow this out until the team loses. Beth doesn't understand. I don't think she understands much about hockey anyway, so that's cool. Oh, we have news about the, there's going to be a new Doctor Who. It's a guy who plays Eric something from Sex Education. Be our first black Doctor, young kid. So that's cool. Very excited about that today. That will be happening later this year. At the end of the year, I think, for you Doctor Who fans. Of which I am. I'm all caught up. Hockey, what's that? Only the greatest sport ever. Next to soccer, maybe. Better than soccer. I like it better than soccer. Okay. Let's see. What other nerdy things are going on right now? New trailers for Obi-Wan, for Kenobi. They look really cool. Owen Lars throwing some shade at Kenobi. You don't understand. He must be trained. Oh, like you trained his father? Ooh. Harsh, man. Let the wound close for a little bit. The lady playing the seventh sister looks to be a very important character, I think. I think the Inquisitor and the second brother or fifth brother, I can't keep track. The guy with the helmet, I don't think he's going to be as big of a important player. I don't think the Grand Inquisitor is going to be that important. And I think they're teasing Anakin early, but I don't think he's going to be in it till later. Or he could be in it early to set things off, set things in motion. I don't know. I'm very excited about it. Also, Moon Knight wrapped up. I don't know if we can talk about that or not, if everybody's caught up on that. I know it caught a lot of flack. Like, I made a comment on somebody's YouTube channel the other day of like, I enjoyed this show and I'm looking forward to reading all the tweets and comments about how it sucked. Because that's kind of what happens. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Owen did anything bad previously, did he? So, Klieg Lars, the one who married Shmi, who freed her and then married her, he had a son, Owen, and Owen at that time was dating Beru. So, when Padme and Anakin showed up, and this was in Attack of the Clones, when they showed up, he didn't really do anything. And then, where's that piece? And then at the end, okay, really, like all the pieces are flat and laid out, and I don't see it. There's brown ones. Did I lose it in the bag? Oh, it's right here. Under my arm. It's stuck to my arm, I guess. So I don't... And then when they showed back up, they barely did anything at the end of it when they showed up with Luke. And they're like, here, watch him. And they didn't say anything. They just kind of took the baby and looked off at the sunset, right? So I don't know. I mean, I get it. He didn't allow him to do anything as he grew up. But I think that was the point, is like, just keep him hidden, keep him safe. And I think he did that. He didn't let him join the academy. He didn't let him go off with his friends. But I think he was like, you know, my job is to protect you and to keep you from those things. So, but if I'm misinterpreting that, please let me know. Yeah, Moon Knight was great. I loved it. I love the exploration of DID, and I loved the. I think the parts that got me the most were when he would like fugue state or switch personalities and come back, and Steven would say, or Marcus would say, Steven, what did you do? And he's like, that wasn't me. And you're like, oh, yikes. And I loved the concept and the execution of Khonshu. I thought he was really well done. Yeah, just the whole thing. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed watching it. I think there was a deleted scene where they were supposed to integrate that with, or tie it over to another show or a movie. Was it Eternals? I think like, I can never remember his name. Nanjiani, character in the Eternals was supposed to be in it, and they were supposed to tie those together a little bit, but I don't think that got cut. Yeah, the CG was great. Like I didn't have a problem with any of it, and like it all kind of made sense. Like everything that happened made sense. I didn't feel like anything was missing, or they were like writing something just to write it. The only point that I felt was bad was there was a part where he was supposed to go find a sarcophagus, and he's supposed to be this like mercenary mixed with the other personality of somebody who understands Egyptian culture, right? At least museum level Egyptian culture, history and whatnot. At least from the gift shop. And like the first thing we see him do is go up to a random juice vendor on the street going, do you know where I can get so-and-so's sarcophagus or whatever? And the dude's like, what? You know, it's like, really? That's your go-to? That's like in Indiana Jones when Marcus is walking around going, hello, does anybody speak ancient Aramaic or something like that? It was kind of a doofy. If that was the idea, they didn't play it up enough to be for a laugh. It just felt like really out of place. And I was kind of like, what? Why is he asking that dude? But other than that, I loved it. It was great. Yep. Stranger Things coming out. That's going to be cool. I started watching The Pentaveret. So I may be dating myself a little bit with this, but if you have seen a movie called So I Married an Axe Murderer, there's a scene, and it's a pretty well memed moment in the movie. Mike Myers plays a character. He's the main character. Then he also plays his dad in makeup and, you know, thick Scottish accent. And he goes on a tirade about this thing called the Pentaveret, which is like the 5 wealthiest people in the world. The world is controlled by these people. I won't do it because you can look it up and have it done properly, but I quote it all the time. It's one of my favorite movies. Oop, don't forget that. So there's a new Netflix show called The Pentaveret, and it's 5 of the most influential people. It's a secret society, but they're nice. That's the trick. Is that it's a benevolent society. It's like if Shriners ran the world secretly or something, right? And Mike Myers plays like 70% of the characters. He plays all the Pentaveret people. He plays this Canadian reporter who is gonna start investigating them. He plays a conspiracy nut who's leading them on this chase to find them. He plays trying to think of else who he plays. I think that's it, but there's a lot. And he makes so much fun of Canada. Like, I don't know if he really likes being Canadian or he's just really poking fun at them. But when he's portraying the news anchor, or not the news anchor, but like the man on the street reporter, like this old guy, and they're like, you got, you know, if you don't come up with something new, it's all fluff pieces. You're always reporting on like, you know, the fishing and hunting show expo. If you don't get something hard hitting, you're going to lose your job. So he goes, looks for this thing, and everything is a boot, and I'm sorry, and, you know, kind of thing. And I'm like, but you're Canadian, Myers. Do you not like being Canadian? You know, is there something wrong? Oh, that's going up against it. Okay. So I'm starting to compare Mike Myers to Mel Brooks in that he's very funny sometimes. Not all the times. Like there's times when I think Mel Brooks is just looking for the most obvious joke. And that's kind of his shtick, right? It's like, oh, I can tell a joke's going to happen, and then it does. And you're like, yeah, that's what I would expect to happen. It's a fart joke. It's a sex joke. It's some veiled critique of racism. It's, you know, something like that. It's some wordplay that like a 15-year-old would come up with. You're just like, okay, obvious satire, you know. And that's what Mike Myers does all the time. Like all his movies are like that. So I feel like he's kind of a modern Canadian Mel Brooks in that respect. So it's fun. I mean, it's not like the greatest thing ever. And Keegan-Michael Key is in it as well. And which was a shock. I didn't think he was going to be in it. And there's a really funny like wordplay in there about his name. I kind of like, if you guys plan on watching it, I won't ruin it. But if nobody's going to watch it, I'll ruin it. It's just a dumb throwaway joke, but I think it's hilarious. And like there's some side characters in this that are like, what? Weird, you know. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, that was painful. That's going to be, somebody's going to be standing on that. Let's see, what else? Russian Doll's out. Very excited to watch that. I don't know how they're going to carry on from the first one because I thought they wrapped up the first one pretty good, or the first season. What else? I'm trying to think. There was a bunch of stuff that came out. Like, oh, the new Strange New Worlds is out. Oh, that was good. I forgot how good that was. I was very excited about that. And Kenobi's coming out in a couple weeks, and Bad Batch is coming out. It's all happening, folks. Yeah, Strange New Worlds was a lot of fun. I like Anson Mount a lot. I felt like when I was first watching Discovery, he felt a little flat, but I kind of grew with him. And Rebecca Romijn is like silently really good. Like I forgot she was in that until she popped up again. I'm like, oh, that's right, she's number one in this. Weren't you, what's her name in X-Men? What was her name? Mystique. So all good, having fun, watching lots of stuff, playing Lego Star Wars. Yeah, May 27th is going to be huge for a lot of things. It's also going to be, good gracious, that weekend. So that's Memorial Day. We've got a band thing. This is going to be like one of our last band things. Like literally. And I think after that is graduation, and then it's like really over. For being a parent of high school band kids, their moms are going to have just, I don't know what they're going to do. Go on vacation, hopefully. That weekend we're having a solo and ensemble UIL solo and ensemble competition. We're hosting it at the high school. And goodness, that's a lot of extra pieces. And already on bag 3. Yeah, Top Gun. Oh, I'm not real. Celebration is fine, but since I can't go, that's one thing I really need to go to Celebration. I need to do Galaxy's Edge, and I need to do Celebration. Beth's even been to Celebration. I have a thought on that in a second. I'll get to that. That weekend, Memorial Day weekend, Saturday and Monday, we're doing this contest. Was there a... Okay. Oh, there it is. I was like, oh, man. I didn't see this at all, and it fell out onto the floor, and this was a big piece, so I was just like, whoops. Hope that didn't get left somewhere. So we're hosting this thing, and it's going to like be an all hands on deck. We need like 40 parent volunteers, and we need all kinds of stuff happening, and it's just going to be a nightmare. But that's Saturday and Monday. And so Sunday is probably when I'm going to be recovering and watching all the stuff. Hopefully I can, wait that long and not be like, okay, I'm going to wake up super early just to watch this thing and then be exhausted the rest of the day. Times 3. Because that sounds like something I would do. And then graduation is going to be... which I don't think it matters really, as long as it doesn't get in the way, is going to be people coming into town. We're going to do dinner the night before, and then graduation at 8 in the morning on a Thursday, and then lunch after graduation, and then everybody has to GTFO because we have to be at this place hosting the senior night lock-in at 11, and we're going to be up till 5 in the morning, and then on Friday, and then go back home and go to sleep, and then pack Saturday, because then Sunday at like 5 in the morning we're gonna get on a flight for Hawaii and we're going on vacation. So the next like week after that I'm gonna be like, I need to recover from all this fun stuff I'm doing. Oh yeah, it's 2 hours instead of like doing 2 episodes, or it's 2 episodes. But yeah, they're gonna drop 2 of them. It's gonna be great. I cannot wait. Good colors in these. Some tusks in this like olive color. Oh yeah, it's gonna be ridiculously busy. I'm kind of like, what did we sign up to do? Why did we do this? But, they're only gonna be seniors in high school once. Then when it's done, we probably won't see them a whole lot because they'll be in college. I'm sure they'll be home a lot, but both of them, the one in college now is getting her own place, and the one going to college is going to be in a dorm, so they're both going to be out at the same time. So we won't see them unless it's the weekend, and they come up to visit, because they'll be studying or they'll be working. We'll have to go into town to visit them. It's going to be kind of sad. But I try not to talk about it. More pieces, but in white. Nice. I've already got a couple things I can use for white already. I know there's a couple sets I already have that I'm going to change out. Get a couple of those. Yeah, mechs and stuff is going to be a whole lot better with these little things in it. That's going to be so nice because you can do this, and then I don't have another way to, but you can kind of put them together, but then they rotate so they're not on that axle. It's gonna be so great. Oh, there it is. Goodness. Still have to finish Peacemaker. I usually watch like one episode and then take a break. So I need to go finish watching that. Because then I've heard that I need to watch Doom Patrol and then something else. Oh, this is going to be a tree. It's not going to be a foot. These are going to be where the feet go, these pins. So there's this stand so far with a tree on it. I'm sure we're going to put these leaves on this tree. It's going to be an aspen because this takes place in Colorado. Zero Dawn takes place in Colorado. Forbidden West takes place in Utah. Starts off in Utah, Canyon Country, and then goes to California. So that's not a spoiler, really. That's just the location of the game. Seriously, if you haven't played this game, you really need to get on it. It's so pretty. Yeah, it's a very dark film. I feel like Ryan George. Oh, a very dark film. I liked it. It didn't feel like a 3-hour movie. It felt long, but not like I'm bored long. It just was like, wow, they're really telling quite a few stories here. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. No problems. I do get the argument that maybe the whole Catwoman thing probably didn't need to be done. Like, you could have left that out and the story would have still been okay. Because you're just investigating Falcone and you're just investigating, she had very little to do with it. Other than, like, he could have followed different clues that led to him. But Paul Dano was excellent. Is it Dano or Dano? I heard somebody say Dano the other day and I'm like, is it Dano? Somebody should ask him. This is such a tease. I know they have to build the stand first so you can put the Tallneck on it, but I'm like, I don't want to build this part of it. I want to build the Tallneck. I want to build the robot. Back 12 of the Cantina. Do it. Are you having fun with that? So excited for you. Oops. Yeah, it kind of sets up a later one. I get that. Oh, that's cool. So, Horizon Zero Dawn series is post-apocalyptic, like way post-apocalyptic, like 1,000 years. Sorry if I ruined that for anybody because you don't instantly know that when you start watching it, but because it just seems like it's a tribal kind of environment, but then kind of shortly after it starts, there's ruins, and the ruins are full of technology, and you don't really realize it's Earth until kind of later, but you start seeing things like cars and streetlights and buildings and whatnot. So this is cool because it's it's a street light, but it's got stuff on it. It's very cool. And then this wraps around. To that, and that's very cool. Oh, it's a great little street light thing right there. That's neat. Okay, more leaves. Make like a tree and get out of here. I'm gonna kill you like a duck. That's dog, Buford. What? You said duck. Let's kill him like a dog. Let's roll out, boys. Kodiak, how goes it? If you guys haven't checked it out, Kodiak's Asterix the Gaul parody video is up. Go check it out. It's the 24-minute one. It's very funny. Derp derp. Yeah, and no worries. It's busy. I get it. Have a good Sunday. Yay, Tallneck time. All right, so extra pieces. That's a good extra piece for me. I love it. This is a very good extra piece. The white, and then that's pretty good too. And I do need a lot of these, so getting these trans dots, smoky clear, trans clear dots, always good. All right, so there's your stand. Stand's all done. Here's your feet, where the Tallneck's gonna go, and then these guys can be posed anywhere, probably, unless I break it. She's probably gonna go like right here, something like that. So we'll put that off to the side. Bag number 4. Ripping through these 4 bags, 3 bags in an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna go till it's done, so I'll be here till 12:30 probably. I'm gonna make a guess. Get that off a little bit to the side. Enjoy your lunch. Say hi to the mothers for me. Thanks, Mark Wahlberg. Hey, how you doing? Say hi to your mother for me. Oh, that's the other kind of fun but obvious joke in the Pentaveret. The Secret Society has a supercomputer. It's AI, but it's an actual living computer. It's not like an artificial intelligence. There's an actual soul in it. But the thing is, black 1x5. The soul that fell in it was this dude from, they're like, it was a masshole from Boston. And so every time the computer comes on, it's all swearing and it's got this accent. It's so funny. But again, kind of an obvious joke. You're like, oh. And it's just an eye. Like there's a triangle over this eye and it's just looking down at you. It's like, hey, wicked smart over here. Ooh, I haven't seen these in a while. I haven't seen those pieces in a while. I don't think I've seen those ever now that I think about it. I think I've seen them in black. Oh no, I've seen the 1x1s with those little holes in them. So I think those are kind of new to me. So does anyone have information about the Optimus Prime set? If it's a leak, I don't care. Don't tell me about it. But if it's like legit, like Brothers Brick or Eurobricks or something like that has information on it. Because I looked and it's just like stuff posted back in February saying Lego is going to do Optimus Prime. And I'm like, okay. Somebody said it was $199. I haven't seen anything about it. I haven't looked too hard, but my initial Googling hasn't turned out much for. I actually ran into somebody the other day who asked why we need a 1x5. Like, what's the point? And I'm like, why do you need a 1x3? You know, just have a 2 and a 1 if you're going to be that way. It's weird to think that Lego people have the same sort of weird purist mentality as like Doctor Who, where they're like, no, it has to be a white man, you know. It has to be a white man. Okay, but now we have, this is like the Jodie Whittaker of Lego. I'm going to tweet that later. The 1x5 is the Jodie Whittaker of Lego. Yeah, announcements. I can't, there's no set number. I didn't really see anything. Oh, look at these. I got some of these in lug bulk. These 1x2 or 1x1s, but 2 plates high. I know they come in like dark orange as well. See, and this is just a flex right here because you don't need this. You can do a 1x1 plate here. And I think in most cases you could probably do that. Right. But I like that they have those because it's kind of nice. There's going to be times where that height is absolutely necessary for something where 2 1x1 plates can't stack on each other for some reason. I don't know. It does keep the piece count down, but if these are more expensive to buy, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, if you haven't already, call your mom. Yes, look at all these pieces that are great. Thank you. So many times I've done this where I get this piece and I'll put something on it like this. And because this is a half pin, it just sits here and spins. Like I don't want it to. Like this is a little more friction-y and it'll stay. But I love that so much. If you haven't called your mom yet, if you have a mom, if your mom is still with us, make sure to give her a call. Tell her Ben said hi. Yeah, this Lego dude on YouTube says hi, Mom. Speaking of making fun of moms, Shoresy's coming pretty soon. I can't wait for that to come out. Some good offset engineering right there. A little offset there because that's plugged in. So that's 3 wide, and that's even, and that's odd. Appreciate that. Oh, not quite done. Okay. Whoopsie. Oh, so I didn't post a picture of it, so I'll give you a sneak peek at what... I think I have it on my phone. Let's do it over here. Do you think Mark kills it with Mother's Day cameos? Yeah, probably. Yeah. He probably walks around just going, hey, tell your mother hi. Tell your mom how you doing. Is she doing good? Tell her I said hi. So let's do... photos. So this was something that's going to show up. We don't have the foliage on it yet, but I finished this the other day. So this is the hotel that I was working on, and it's done. I didn't post it on Instagram or anything because we're getting some trees put on it and everything, but it's done. And I'm not happy with like the seam on the roof because there's pillars inside here to keep the roof from collapsing in. And they are the right height, but they don't, you build a box and then you put a lid on it. So I built the lid, and then when you put the lid on, and it attaches on the lips around the edge of the box, and then they don't quite line up with the studs inside, so they don't push down, so they're still a little higher up, and you can see there's like a separation right here, and this should be more flush, and nobody's going to care when we put it up at the hotel, but it turned out okay. It's very solid. At one point, this little bit right here got knocked inside, like it got pushed in and fell inside, so I had to turn the whole thing over and take off another plate right here and turn the whole thing over and kind of shake it until it fell out, like I had dropped a pick in a guitar. So it's sturdy, so that's going to go up at the hotel for the next month and a half, to kind of advertise that the convention's going to happen. So, and it'll have flyers by it and maybe a QR code and whatever. So did I not put that? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. All right, so back to this. Cool. So I was very excited about that. That's what I was working on this week. I got the parts in Wednesday late. They said, this was scary. They said they delivered it Monday and they weren't in there. And then Tuesday they weren't in there. And then Wednesday they were finally in there. And so Tuesday night I got them, and then Wednesday built it. And then delivered it to a friend who's going to do the foliage. So that was fun. And then, did a bunch of stuff with like the microfighter signs, and I'm getting ready. Just getting all ready. Figured out how to run the game. Just very excited. Hopefully I'll be able to kind of partake in more of the convention shenanigans this time too. Because last time I was building the Capitol the whole time, and then when I wasn't, I went home. Like I was just there to build this, and then I don't care about the rest of it. But this time I'm going to try to hang out a little bit with more people, and so we'll see. Hopefully, I know that dude I know from the stream and from like the last time I was there, Travis, who lives up in north of here. It'll be good to see him again. I haven't seen him in a while. And then hanging out with the lug people is going to be fun. All right, that's coming together real nice. Yeah, I wonder how much a cameo would be from Wahlberg on Mother's Day. How much he would charge for that. Oh, this had these pieces too. I was looking for these the other day. I ran out of these to make the microfighter sign. Had to steal one from the Tidarium shuttle. So yeah, I hope everybody has a good Mother's Day. For those who are celebrating Mother's Day. If you are a mom, happy Mother's Day. I don't think we're doing anything the rest of the day here. There's a Austin FC game later today, but I know the kids' moms are volunteering today, so I don't know if they'll be up for watch the game when they're done. They may just want to go crash, which is fine with me. I'll watch it at home. I'm looking forward to that. Team's doing pretty well. Nothing really coming up this week. This seems to be like the calm before the storm. What do you guys got going on this week? Anything fun? We out for Chinese every Mother's Day with local family. Cool. With, like, you randomly pick a family to go out with, or just your family? Just everybody who's in town? Just the way that was phrased was kind of weird. It was like, did you just pick a family? Advertise in the local Gazette. Local family wanted for Valentine or for Mother's Day outing. Must be an actual mom. Provide your own guilt. Oh, in-laws. Cool. My in-laws are in Kentucky, and Beth's in-laws are in Colorado. So we have to do everything with snail mail and phone calls, but they're all coming in for graduation, so that'll be kind of fun. Be good to see everybody. Oh, whoops. You go to Rent-A-Mom. This Mother's Day, celebrate with somebody randomly. That's a pain in the tuchus. Oh, are we caught up on Halo? Is Halo done? I think this was like the penultimate episode. It was all Quan Ha. This episode was all Quan Ha. And I was kind of like, really? I don't mind her as a character. I know, like, the Halo players are kind of like, what? Who? And the people who are not even the apologists, but, like, hate watch the show are like, we don't like her. I don't have a problem with her. I'm trying to figure out why nobody likes her. I don't know what she's going to bring to the full story yet. Like, I think I'm stuck on the idea of this feels like there's a larger conflict going on between UNSC and the Covenant, and we are not focused on that at all. Like, we're focused on this little backwater mining community for some reason. I'm like, look, unless the girl's going to have superpowers or something, I don't know why we're on this and not continually just, I don't know. And focusing on John's old squad mate helping the girl. I'm like, okay, I get it, whatever. I'm still enjoying watching it. It's fun. I mean, I'll watch any sci-fi. Okay, did I miss a piece? Oh no, that's it. Okay. Oh, I see. Did that wrong. That was confusing. One thing I heard about this set, people being upset about, was that there are no articulation in the legs. You have them in the hips, but not the knees, and so it's not very posable. So we'll see when that plays out, how that works when it's all done. I think somebody said they've already gone in and redesigned it. There's a guy in our lug who was like, yep, already got the instructions and redid it. And this doesn't look like it's going to be that big of a set, so I think the weight probably won't be a problem if you decide to do that. This is going to make me want to go play the game again for a little bit. I have nothing to do in the game except learn how to fight better, but... What's up, Connor? Happy Mother's Day. Again, I'm assuming you've got a mom who's around. If they're not, I apologize. My condolences. All right, first sticker. Number 5. You gotta be careful with that. Like, Mother's and Father's Day, it's like, my mom's dead. It's like, sorry. I have a mom. She's thriving. So you missed the earlier conversation, Connor. I have had a Lego crisis of conscience, and I bought nothing for May 4th. I'm a little sad about that aspect of my world, but this is it. And I ordered this May 1st. I didn't go wait in line at the store. I think I'm going to wait to get a few of the... Okay, this is barely on there. I'm hoping that this gets a thing put on there. Okay, well, good. I got a little disillusioned on the day itself, so I didn't pick up anything. I'll probably, when I get back from vacation, because a big thing was that we're saving for a vacation. And while I don't mind going out to a brewery and spending $50 or something like that, I just couldn't justify doing $200, $300 on Lego on May the 4th to make it worth my while to go to get gift with purchases, to get double VIP points, all that kind of nonsense. The double VIP points also were kind of frustrating because they were sets that were, for the most part, like not available. Like, my store didn't have any of them. They had like 4 or 5 Star Wars sets still in circulation. So it's like, I'd have to, in order to get double VIP points, or the gift with purchase, like I didn't get a gift with purchase with this because it wasn't a Star Wars set. In order to do that, I would have had to buy sets that was the other argument. I would have had to have bought sets that I already had. So those could have been some duplicate sets to sell later. The justification monster won out against FOMO that day, so I didn't get anything. Long and the short of it. I still want to get the dioramas. I think they're fine. The trash compactor is so expensive, though, for the amount of parts and the size. The amount of parts is fine because they're all small parts, but the size is just like... That's really small for $90, you know? Yeah, I kind of... That was the only real reason I wanted the kitchen, is to get the Aunt Beru. But I also realize I'm not ever going to build a set that needs an Aunt Beru in it. Like, I don't know a microfighter that I'm going to do, or a spaceship, or a... So, I don't know. So yes and no. It's like, I'd like the figure, but whatever. I'm also kind of saving. A friend of mine in the lug has a bead on getting a full set of Muppets. That's another thing that came out. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been streaming. A lot of Lego stuff's happened. So I am gonna get a set of Muppets. Oh, that is wrong. And I do like that people immediately traded Muppet heads for Star Wars heads or Star Wars bodies. I think that's hilarious. It's like, because I was going to do that too. I was going to be like, all right, here you go. Somebody said, you know, you can take off the Rolf head and put it on a Chewie body. It's like this is the same brown body. Well, Scott, you've got till today to get one. I think they're out of stock, though. That's the other thing. I want to wait for the fervor to die down and just be able to go and get one that's in stock. Luckily, I'm not a huge minifigure, a CMF person in general. There are Star Wars minifigs that I want because I want them on ships specifically. And that becomes kind of a fun way to display the minifigure. But in general, I don't. The only problem I run into with not wanting or not getting any of the series of minifigures, and maybe I should just buy like random ones every once in a while just to have like a little extra something, is that when I do build a modular or something for the lug, like we're doing what are those called? It's not environments, but like the vignette, the corner vignettes kind of things. There's a word, and I'm not getting the word. It's like hospitality, not hospitality. Habitats. Building little habitats. It'd be nice to have like a wider array of figures to choose from, so you can make a little fun thing. But that's the only reason I can think of. And I usually get some of those when I just get random like creator sets that come with like city figures. So not too worried about it. You're not dropping $160 for what? To get all the Muppets? So, not having ever bought like a full box of CMFs, is that what a full box of CMFs is? Is it 160? Because if you get a full box, then you get a full set, right? You're like guaranteed a full set if you get a box. And then you can sell off the extras. Oh, to get Aunt Beru. Yeah, that was the other thing. I'm like, I can't justify that. I mean, I could. Here was my problem. Is like I was already spending whatever the Tallneck was, $80. And then I was like, if I could get another $80 set, a Star Wars set, that'd be great. But the only Star Wars sets that I wanted were the new dioramas and maybe the fighter tank. But the fighter tank was like $40 or something. So I would have had to have bought a duplicate to get up to $160. So this is where my hemming and hawing came in, because I was like, do I really want to do that? Do I want to get an extra set just to get this? A duplicate set just to be able to get a minifigure, basically. So that's why I didn't end up getting it. First world problems, I know. $60 for CMF, now 6x6. Okay. Because it was, you could get like... Oh, that's not bad, but you'd have to get two of them. Wasn't it 12 by 12? Like a box was like, or eight, like $240 or something. I forget what's the one that you could just go buy a box of them and you're guaranteed a full set, but it's like kind of a bit. Or am I thinking it's, because I don't know, because I've never bought anything. Are you still guaranteed a full set, or do you now have to buy like extra to get that? That is solid and nice looking. Wonderful. There's a lot of extra pieces in here. A lot of extra these black. Oh wait, that is black. I did that wrong. What the what? All right, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's very solid. Very good snot building. Brick pasta. Yeah, if you buy up front, it's supposed to be set. Yeah, if you just go in and buy a box, like you don't even pick them out. You just go mine. They're supposed to be like half of them full set. But if it's 6x6, then it's like, because it's 12 figures per series, right? So when you have to, are you guaranteed to get all those in that set? Just listening, no problem. Oh, my phone went off. Sorry, I was just seeing what the dealio was. Oh, I have to do a new. Thank you to whoever did that, James Ballier. I got 2 orders from Microfighters today. That's pretty nice. Somebody bought a Falcon and somebody bought the ITS transport. That's very cool. All right, bag 5. Because most places I go, grocery stores, Targets, whatever, I feel like they've got an open box that you can pick out from, but they don't have like a closed box behind it that you can just grab and, you know, but they might. I don't know. Should go look. I think what they should do is do a CMF series Star Wars and put some random figures in there that people, you know, really upset some people, and put like Thrawn and Revan, and do a new like Kyle Katarn and a Cal Kestis, and like a clone that hasn't been done before. You know, can probably think of a bunch of other figures I could put in there. A Satele Shaw. Just listening. Someone like your Microfighters. Yay. Oh, you order it. Go online and and I think you'll get a full set. Okay. And if it's $60, I mean, that's not terrible. I'm going to wait to get the one from my friend, though, because it's also $60. So. And he's pretty good at not overcharging, so he's holding on to a B-Wing, a UCS B-Wing for me. And when I get back from vacation, that's going to be my next purchase. And I told Beth that. I'm like, I told him to hold on to it back in like November. So I really need to follow through with this. He's so great. A UCS B-Wing. You can keep your Falcon. Because I want to end up with a Alphabet Squadron, which means after I get the B-Wing, I have to get a UCS Y-Wing, which I think is doable. It'll be a few $100s, but I can do it. Or I might be able to part it out. And then the UCS U-Wing, which was a... I'm sorry, my throat is really... I apologize for all the throat clearing. The UCS U-Wing was like a Brick Vault exclusive that some Italian designer did, and had like a printed instruction booklet and stuff, and you can't even get the instructions like online or anything anymore. I think people have it, but you'd have to buy it from them for a pretty penny and then buy all the pieces and everything. So, you know, long-term project. Well, not if you come up with new figures. I agree that if you do CMF Star Wars, the price of the figures that are out will go down. But I think if they did one series and it was just a bunch of figures that they hadn't done yet, because there are things they can do. I could come up with 12 figures or 12 characters that haven't been done yet. And they may be variations on characters that are already out, just like different clothes or different, they were in this movie, but they had a different outfit in this movie. So there are a lot of Clone Wars characters that didn't make it. Do some of those. You could do any number of variations of Phase 1 or 2 clone troopers. I mean, there's stuff they could do. Video games, Especially the new video games they got coming out. You can do Purge Troopers now. That'd be great. I mean, imagine. Purge Trooper. You can do any one of the 7 sisters or brothers. You could do, new Anakin coming out. Or a new Obi-Wan coming out. Andor's coming out. You could have Andor. You could have an older Ahsoka. There's a lot that can be done. They just won't. They don't make stuff to lose money. I'd like to argue that point with video. I haven't seen a Lego series go from brand new release to clearance item that fast before. I also remember the Osprey being completely canceled. Now that wasn't that it lost money. They'd canceled it, but they'd already built some and distributed it, So I mean, what do you do with the ones that get released but nobody buys because you canceled it? Where do those go? They go in a vault somewhere? Surely. All right. Yes. I do not suppose you could have speeded things up. Oh, you just have to be patient. I hate waiting. Hi.
Hey.
Do you order something?
Nope.
Just going through the stuff you did order?
Yep. Was there a knock at the door?
No, I just didn't know why you were up here.
Nope. Just grabbing these packages.
That's why I was asking, because I didn't hear a knock at the door either. Packages. Beep, 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 boop. I need to get some more of these, like this size tile in different colors. I'm finding that this is a good look for a lot of Greebling stuff. Engines and whatnot. I'm finding a thing that everybody already knew. That is a weird shape, though. It's not quite circular, this shape right here, the way, like, these little corners go into. It's interesting. Number one. I was doing this yesterday where I was like searching for these guys, these white corner bits, and I thought surely I'm not going to have like 28 of these or whatever the microfighter sign came up with that I was working on, and sure enough I had enough. It was kind of nice being able to like just go through your parts and find stuff that you can use to build and not go, oh well, I either have to make do or I have to order something. I think the issue is really more of a matter when it takes Lego 3 to 5 years to plan, and then the contract situation is finally in their favor to allow CMF. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised they have, because I know they release a lot of Lego or a lot of Star Wars sets. So the fact that they're dumping a lot of figures into them, the fact that they did the Muppets is mostly because they don't have a Muppets line of sets. Now they could do that now that the CMFs are out, but I think that negates the CMFs a little bit. So they probably won't come up with like a Muppet stage or a Muppet backstage or anything from any of the movies. Great Muppet Caper, you know, Muppets Take Manhattan, Muppet Treasure Island. There's so much they could build from. And so many newer characters from the new shows. They could have Clifford. They could have that real estate kind of mogul character, whatever his name is, Johnny something, the businessman dude, which I think was a vague Trump character, and I don't know that they'll keep that one now. I don't know. But yeah, they could do a lot with those. But, you know, I'm an 80s kid, so I'm always thinking about, like, well, what other properties could they do? But the problem is 80s properties don't make good current viable money-making things for Lego. Like, I'd love for them to do Centurions or Thundercats or Transformers, and they're just now kind of doing Transformers because Creo had it for a while and did a fair job. Like, it wasn't, the bricks weren't awesome, but the designs were pretty good, I felt. So yeah, it's just a matter of who's got the licensing when. Oh God, I think allergies are just wicked today. Throat's closing up. Hang on a second. Ooh, friend just got or my boss actually has tickets for the game tonight. Hey, Beth. 1 second, y'all. I apologize. I'm answering something that is time sensitive. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, and I apologize. Okay, did that sticker. And this goes where? Here? My guess is you bend it down a little bit. Here we go. Greedo bag. Man, that was a fun build. Oh, look at that. That's so nice. It's an area of the machine I'm not really familiar with because I'm always grabbing onto the neck pieces and jumping up on it, or jumping up jumping up high onto it. It's getting hot and sweaty under these lights, too. What number is the Greedo bag? How far is that along? Hey, Beth. My boss just texted me and said he had 2 tickets to the game tonight.
Oh, are you gonna go?
I have asked Claire if she wants to go. They're volunteering, so they may be tired.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to go, would you?
To the soccer game?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. Will you be mad if I don't?
You never want to go.
I don't. Soccer people scare me.
Soccer people scare.
Soccer hooligans. That's like a thing, right?
Yeah, but in Austin? Do we have soccer hooligans?
You think this kid can fit in this box?
Why? You want to try? Yeah, I'm just waiting to hear back.
Is there anyone else that might want to go?
Well, I'm asking Cheryl and Claire. It would only be 2. It would be me and Claire. And if not, I might be able. Honestly, if it's not Claire, I kind of don't want to go. Because she and I just have fun going.
Yeah, you would not have fun with me.
Probably right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's true. I don't understand soccer. I think it's boring.
It's loud.
People take their shirts off.
That's not a high point for you?
No.
Okay.
If you were to take your shirt off, it would.
Well, I can't do that. I'm on a family-friendly thing right now.
That's true.
Sorry to everybody on YouTube who wants to see me take my shirt off.
Yeah.
Soccer scares everyone.
Who said that?
Walter.
It does. I think you should say you get like 50 new subscribers, you'll take your shirt off.
I think I would be banned from YouTube.
You're taking your shirt off?
Yeah.
Did she respond back?
Not yet, but they're busy. Okay. Yesterday night, a guy just got killed on... Oh, no, really? Eef. That's no good. See, that kind of stuff bothers me. It's like, everybody should be able to enjoy the sport. But the whole idea of like going so crazy that people die, that's... I don't understand that. I wouldn't be able to go to a match after that. I'd be like, nope, it's ruined for me. Don't skip ahead. Don't skip ahead. Just was skipping ahead there. There's stupid people everywhere. Feels like a, what did I do with that? I think I forgot that I did that. I can see Buzz Lightyear doing that with Woody, the meme, where he's like that. Stupid people everywhere. Can see where they're going with that. It's very pretty. These pieces always remind me of, these are like throwback pieces for me. These are like old lasers from spaceships when we were kids. Just stick one of these on the front of your build. And call it done. Okay. And it was two people from the same time? Oh, the same team? That's unfortunate. We've got a bit of drama on our team right now where I don't want to, like, it's not really rumor, and I'm trying not to spread misinformation, but there's something going on with one of the players was, what's that? Convicted or charged with domestic violence in his home country, and I think yeah, that's right. And they missed out on, there was a court case here and he failed to show up or something, and so there was warrants out for him, or there's a lot going on that I don't have the information for, but Major League Soccer basically reinstated him recently, and so now, like, the supporter group is like, we will not support the team if the team supports domestic violence, convicted domestic violence committers. So I almost feel like they're saying, so it's either the team or us, this player or us. And there's a lot going on to it. Like, there's a lot we don't understand about it. And I think it's a lot of older things that happened. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Big brouhaha about it. Oh, this is so nice. Oh. It doesn't look as bendy. Okay. So then we've got this guy with this. So there's your neck, part of your Tallneck. This is very pleasing right here, all that work. Very cool. All right, and then times 6. So here's all the things that you crawl up when you're trying to get to the top of it. Sword facing in. So I realize apologize. I haven't been doing, like, showing the building much at all. I apologize. Am I missing a sword? Nope, it's just got one on that side. It's very cool. So if you don't know the game, these things are, they are not things that you hunt and kill in the game. They are pieces of furniture. But getting on top of them and overriding them reveals a large part of the map. They're just these big lumbering things, and they just walk in a loop. And you have to figure out how to climb up to the top of them or get on top of them from a higher perch. You override them, use your staff or your spear to override them, and then it like reveals a whole section of the map. And it's something you discover early on in Zero Dawn, is that these things have like a memory of the places they've walked. And so when they reveal an area, that's a place they've been. So it reveals the map to your focus and you can see stuff. But it's a puzzle in the game in that you have to figure out how to get on top of this thing. Some of them are missing these things, so you can't climb up the legs. Like the first time you run into one of these, you just climb up the leg, climb up these little spires, get on top, you're done. But then later you have to, like, the legs are broken and you have to jump off a higher place, or all the things are gone. You have to like glide down on top of it, or one's in water or something. So it's very cool, but they're not anything like, if you shoot at them, nothing happens. They're just kind of there, but they're very cool. And like the design of it was one of the reasons I really wanted to get the game in the first place. It just looks so cool. Big discs of the head and everything. Yeah, the funny thing is, out of all of my friends, I think like 2 or 3 of them are sports fans, and the one that is already that I know is a sports fan already has tickets, so he's already going to be at the game. Like, I could ask everybody right now, and they'd be like, Like Beth. Say, I don't want to go. Okay, sad face. And then people just complicate everything. It's domestic violence, but the club just have to decide anything after the court decides the sentence. He should be... So that's the thing, is like, this is a repeat thing for this person. And I agree that until something's proven, this is all kind of conjecture and whatnot. But I don't know. This is like, you know, here we go again with him. So I don't know. But it is a lot of court of public opinion. Look at that. And like the Los Verdes supporter group put out a big statement about it and everything. So flip that back over. Oh, whoops, I forgot a piece over here. Kind of hidden over there. Okay, build it in front of the camera so people can see. Kind of wish I could zoom in a little bit. I don't know if I can zoom that camera in. Doesn't seem like it gives me a way to zoom. I can do transform, Flip, 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 stretch, center, center. No, I guess not. It's like if I could get the thing to be lower. Yeah, the player's name is Cecilio Dominguez. You'd have to look it up. I don't have 100% of the facts, I'm sure, but it's a big thing. It's a very compact build, this section right here, this leg. Oh, is this a ×2? No, okay. So say, make me go back. I'll redo it. It's not his first time, and it's one of these like Johnny Depp, Amber Heard kind of thing where I think it's like both are complicit. Like I think it went both ways, but it's like I don't know. Don't know why. I don't even think I should have brought it up. Never mind. But there's drama on our team right now, which kind of sucks because they're doing really well and they're winning games. And I just feel, bad about it happening and us having the fans having to kind of work with this and his family going through whatever. And is this on the backside? Guess so. Click. Okay, guess that's that. The two back legs. Man, I'd love to be able to go to the game today. Okay, this music, like really? I think this is a bit too slow. Should do some metal. Reggae? I couldn't find anything based on your public. Allow mature, instrumental. Oh, instrumental. YouTube safe. There aren't any tracks? This is punk? I think this is just the song I was listening to. That's not... Okay. Oh man, I wish I could have chiptune. You know what? We're gonna do Latin pop. Because it doesn't matter if it's in... I'm not going to be able to understand that. And that's different, right? That sounds fun. Beth's gonna come in here and be like, what the heck are you listening to? Bye, Scott. Enjoy your day. Happy Mother's Day. Have fun building your cantina. Catch you on the flip side. I don't know if I'll be back on this Thursday or during the week at all. I'm sure I've got stuff I can work on, but I'll let you know. Well, I did pick instrumental. Okay, so this is all going to be instrumental. These are going to be the hips or the big old thighs of this guy. Goodness. Okay, well, you're just repeating the song. That's the only song they have for me? Okay. Let's do Surprise Me. So, Mother's Day for you was the first, Walter? What'd you guys end up doing? Nice big dinner or something?
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if you have any nurses that are watching, but it's also National Nurses Week.
Hey, happy National Nurses Week.
So shouts out to all the people who are willing to do the gross things none of the rest of us are willing to do.
Absolutely. If you're a nurse, thank you for your service. Yeah. Hey, Beth, come here. I'm going to mute this for a second.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not going to mute it. Lunch with wife mother. Wife/mother. One sec.
Love you.
Love you too. And that goes for everybody here. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, hanging out. Like so. Portugal Mother's Day is on the first weekend. Is this not the first weekend? Yeah, ours should have been last week too. I don't know why we didn't. Maybe it's the first or the second weekend. Who knows, right? Okay, and then that's random. I think they had a floaty piece when they made the instructions. That piece doesn't belong out there. I think that was like lined up to do something else and it just didn't. Whoops, that got overlooked. That happens. That happens to me. Shouldn't happen to a giant company like Lego. You should have better quality control than that. That wouldn't happen if you hired me, that's for sure. Lego, if you're watching, and you should be. So, is anybody going to get the N1 Starfighter? I know the pre-orders are closed because the RFLMs got their boxes already and have started to review them online. So that means the rest of us plebes have to wait for June 1st and try to get it from a retailer or from the Lego store. That's when I will be getting it. I'm kind of sad that you can't get it until after all the May the 4th stuff's done. Like, I would have been okay with them releasing this June 1st and that N1 along with all the other stuff. But again, you couldn't get it with... It wouldn't have counted towards VIP. It wouldn't have counted towards the gift with purchases. Or it would have counted towards gift with purchase because it's Star Wars. But... it's just kind of frustrating because nothing ever seems to line up really well when they do stuff. It's like they're actively working against AFOLs and against VIPs, and it's kind of a disillusioned feeling I have for it right now, which sucks because I'm, you know, as an ambassador, I don't want to feel like that, but I do feel like that. It do be like that. All right, that goes in there, and this goes lowers down. So that's what we got so far. Yeah, I'm building this whole thing today, so I got 2 more bags after this, so let's see how long it takes. I am not stopping. What I should do is stop this one and then go over on Twitch and finish it over there. Just cuz. Just to be a jerk. It's the wife's birthday. It's my birthday. Oh! Yikes, yeah. Yeah, luckily mine and Beth's are a good few months apart. Hers is in February, mine's in June. So that's good. And then Christmas then is a little spread out from that. What goes on the bottom? ×2. All right. You still have to buy your what one? Yours? You buy your own present? Your wife says, yeah, here, go get yourself something. Well, this Surprise Me channel so far is pretty good. I'm digging it. It's a lot of people. We don't really do godparents much anymore here. I know I don't even remember who my godparents were. I think that's also like a Catholic thing or a religious thing. I mean, godparents, it would have to be. But I mean, I don't think it's... it's not really something we celebrate or we, get together and do that much anymore. There's its funky feet, little bird feet. I remember its ankles being a little more robust than that in the game, but... All right. So here we're putting some plates on the front of this. She gets one for me, and me getting also for me. Oh, okay, yeah. She's buying you the present, but you have to buy it for her. I get that. Dad, here, happy birthday. Go buy. I don't know what you want. Go buy yourself something. Is that centered? Is that why? Okay. I really like that lately. Lego is doing a lot of like studs in the tubes instead of in between the spaces of the tubes. That's always good. There we go. A little better heft on the ankles. See, this is cheating because I can't get this music. I can't get chiptune on my own. But the Surprise Me will give it to me. All right, extra pieces, good. Bag 7. Oh, also uncles, 2 different presents. I think I got it. Yeah, Luke's helmet's actually pretty cool. That would be a helmet that I'd want to get. I don't have many of the helmets. I've got a Stormtrooper and a TIE Pilot and a Scout Trooper. And I think those are iconic enough that I don't need the rest of them, but... oh, yeah. I like the Luke's helmet because of the orange, the trans orange in there. It just looked really fun. Can't really believe I haven't heard back from them yet. Oh, my daughter's... Speaking of presents, my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. Her 21st birthday. And I asked her what she wanted. She's like... She told me, in case she's watching, I don't want to say what she got, but I got the thing she wanted. But also I'm wondering if, like, for the dinner that we're all going out to later, we're going to be like, we're going to take you out and get drunk. Also, the fact that I have a 21-year-old daughter. Oof. Old. I feel old. Oh, Hasbro Luke helmet, not Lego. Oh, okay. One that you can like wear. Does it make sounds? Oh, you big doof. No one's out here. Dumb dogs. Bark, 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 bark. No reason. Bark, bark. No reason. Bark, bark, bark. I think the guy on, I keep seeing that everywhere, but there's a guy on a YouTube channel called Star Wars Explained. I think he's got that one. He wears that a lot. He also, oddly enough, grew out a mustache so he could... When Squadrons was a thing, because I think one of the human pilots had a mustache, but it was like a Biggs Darklighter kind of. We're all gonna be Mustache Squadron or something. So he had his helmet on for a few of the videos, and it was a lot of fun. That channel built the my Microfighter Razor Crest. I sent them a copy of that, and they built that live on stream one time. It's very cool. Kind of expected more of a bump in viewership after that, but I think they just assume they're a fan and don't do anything. There's like, yeah, this guy sent us a thing. And then it's like, and that guy is, you know, not, and we'll link him in the comments or something. They just like, yeah, this guy sent us something. I'm like, ouch. Okay, well, can I have it back? Yeah, you can get a Luke pilot costume and join the 501st. Oh, there's a lot going on this one. That, and then that, and then that, and then that. Oh man, I would listen to nothing but a radio station of this. A radio station, a pretzel station. Try to do an Afro pop world music kind of thing, but they're like, nope, that's a premium station. I'm like, really? Oh, this is a little Transformer sex for my liking. That's better. I like the indication of joints on this and not really actually being joints. I think if I were to get a costume put together, it would be the Scout Trooper. I've always liked the Scout Troopers. And I hear that's an easy costume to have on. It's very mobile. It bends in good parts, so you're able to move and get around and you don't feel too constrained. So yeah, this makes me so happy. It's not a perfect fit, but it's close enough. There is a better fit. I think it's on these. Let's see if we can do this. Like, I didn't know that's what these were for. Not that one. That. Look how nice that is. Come on, focus. It's white, so it may not. Anyway, that's very cool. For the longest time, I just assumed everything like that was just like a decorative fin. I didn't realize it could also perfectly line up with another wedge on the other side. Okay, where does this go? Like that. Okay, one leg. And I'm going to be right back. I'm gonna get something to drink. Hydrate. Be right back. Okay. Searching for a Jedi costume to join Rebel troops. Oh. Cool. Alright, so second leg. I do how, like, the Lego in general kind of breaks things up into bags. So, like, you know, this bag is for the legs. Another bag is the head. This bag is the main body. So you can kind of break it up. Always appreciated that. A Jedi costume to join Rebel troops. So you want both? You want a Jedi costume and a Rebel pilot costume? Or do you just want a Luke costume? Luke pilot. So you can be a Jedi because Luke's a Jedi. But not like a Jedi costume. Like the robes and everything. Cool. Cool. More of a Jedi or a pilot. Cool. Should get a Plo Koon mask. That'd be amazing. Plus then you could hide yourself. You wouldn't have to worry about people knowing who you were. Or Kit Fisto. I haven't seen too many Kit Fisto cosplay outfits, which is surprising, I think. He seems like a pretty lovable character. I just had a realization. People still will want to build or play with the Razor Crest as a ship despite it being destroyed. And they have a problem with that. They're like, yeah, but it was destroyed. And it's like, you do realize that all the Jedi that you're dressing up as were killed 40 years before the Razor Crest even came into existence, but you're still dressing up as them. I never got into cosplay. I feel a little left out sometimes. But then I realized that the hobby that I have currently is expensive enough. I don't also need to learn how to sew and work leather and metals and stuff for a new hobby. Yeah, just that ship got destroyed. Just that specific one. The thing is, I don't think anybody has any knowledge of what that ship is. I think the model of that ship is a Razor Crest. Like, the model is a Y-wing, right? So it's a Razor Crest class, whatever, patrol ship or something. But because nobody has seen any other ones, that they just call it the Razor Crest. But I think it's probably something like maybe it's like a Razor Crest, 29.5 patrol craft or something. And they're apparently very old, and I think probably made by the same people who made the Lats. They look similar body type. Kind of a big cargo bit in the middle, some living areas. Two big engines on the side. Cockpit kind of high and up front. Making some feet now. It's gonna be times 2. It'll be the same feet, I think. So I need to figure out, my next project is to figure out for the convention how to display all the microfighters. I can just put them on a table. Somebody said make a big scene out with all of them, like fighting each other, and like use the lightsaber things as laser bolts. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not a bad idea, but at the same time, I would need more table space, and then I'd have to build like diorama of like a landscape that they're all fighting over. I was like, how about not? Good idea, not this show. So they're all just kind of sitting there in rows, but I want to make I want to figure out how to get a riser system to where like front row's on the table, row behind it's about 2 inches up, row behind that's 4 inches up, row behind that's 6 inches up. And I know you can get those like little plastic display risers, but those are only like that. You can get them that long, but in order to get those, that's like I would need a ton of them, and it's not cheap. So I'm trying to think of another way to do it. Now I do have an extra. I have 2 black tablecloths, and the convention will have tablecloths. So on the table it'll be black. So I just can use the other tablecloth to like cover up whatever I've got in the back. So I'm still thinking of like, should I just get a couple pieces of wood and just cover them with the black cloth, the black linen? I'm missing 2 of these from somewhere. Oh, from right there. Why didn't these get him? Interesting. It's a little more formidable up front. Okay, well, that's the only extra piece. Good deal. On to the head. There's so many. Like, I have 70 that I'm taking. It fills up a 6-foot table. Like, just them sitting side by side fills up a 6-foot table. And I don't know. I would have to split them up like ground ones and not ground ones. All right, bag 8, last bag. Let's do this. What's up, Toaster? Just in time for the final bag. So this, whatever style we're going to build here, whatever building technique is going to be very good for also building Star Trek ships, because it's a big disc. So let's find out how they do this. Yeah, you can. I could set them up next to some, like I have a Razor Crest, I have a Scout Walker, I have a T6 and a Republic Y-Wing. I have a Lambda Shuttle. What else? I have the TIE Baron. I haven't. No, I don't have a. I have a Sith TIE Fighter, but I don't have one of those built as a microfighter yet. That should be in the next one I do. Don't have any of those. I think that's it. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to you and yours, Toaster. Hope everybody's having a happy and fun and safe Mother's Day. This is going to go by pretty quick, I feel like. So, hang on to your butts. Yeah, I just kind of want to show them on risers, because then what I'm going to do is, because some of them are unknown in the wider community, and especially like for kids who are going to not know really that that's from a video game from 20 years ago. I'm going to have a QR code up near the front that you can scan, and it'll open up a web page with an image, or it'll open up an image that basically has them all kind of lined up. So I don't have to put nameplates on all of them, but you can kind of look at it and go, oh, that's that one, that's that one. I'm also doing the game, so I have to get stickers made for the game. To where people are hunting through them, not in the public day. The public day, they're all just going to be stacked up together. But on the first 2 days, the all access pass days, it needs to be a black one. They're going to be kind of stashed all over the place. You're back just in time for the head. Just popped open bag 8, and we're going to do this. Yeah, so I have high plans for my display. I just have to make sure I get it all done. And anything that I need to order soon. So I'm not waiting for the last minute in case something falls through. But I don't think I'm going to make any more until later. I think I'm maxed out on room. So I've ordered a Dave Lister for the Red Dwarf. So he'll be included. Got the new, this is the latest one. So he'll be included, the bomber. Very excited about that. And then I've got the space, monochrome space setup, the UT tower, the Capitol building. I think that's good. Because I have to figure out how to get all this down there. The microfighters I can put in Ziploc bags and throw in a box. The tower, I know how to break it down. The space station, monochrome space station, I'm a little worried about how to transport that. It splits into base plates, but I need like a 15 foot by like 15 inch by 4 inch box to carry each of them in. And that's a weird shape of box. Where is this one piece? Oh, there it is. Okay. Not the capital, but I'm bringing a capital. It fits in a box over here. It's only about that big. It's like 2 base plates wide. So I'm bringing a smaller version of it, not the capital, because I can't. That requires I would have to contact the visitor center, have them remove the case. It's this big wood and plexiglass case. It's a process. There's no way that's going to be moved. The next time it gets moved is when we destroy it. Whenever they're done, whenever they're tired of it and was like, yeah, we're okay not having this on display anymore. I'm like, sweet. I'm going to bring a tarp and a video camera, and we're just going to push the thing into a bucket. Yeah, this is the Tallneck toaster from Horizon Zero Dawn. Great game. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it if you have a PlayStation. My guess is if you have a PlayStation, you've at least heard about it. The newest version, Horizon Forbidden West, came out earlier this year, and I played the crap out of it. Still debating whether I want to go back and try to 100% it, but I did as much as you can without like learning some of the stupid like in-game gaming bits and whatever else. But if that's something you like, if you like playing Gwent on Witcher, there's something in there for you. All right, Walter, take care. Have a good rest of your evening, and have a good week. And we'll talk to you soon. Say hi to your mother for me. Yeah, so that's what this is from. It's from that game, Toaster. This is a robot that will scan an area for you if you can get on top of it. It's very tall, hence the name. This one removes the fog of war kind of thing, and it reveals the area that you're in a little better, so you can go do things in the game. Yeah, it's a good build so far. Those neck pieces are very pleasing with the fenders right there and the pointed wedge tiles. Super cool. It's not bad. There's a lot. I'm enjoying some of the fact that they kept the legs really skinny by doing stud into tube building instead of stud into the spaces in between the tubes. It's probably not as sturdy that way, but if it's just covering the joints of the legs, it's fine. I forgot what step I'm on. Okay. And we've got a sticker. Sticker number 1. Any of these number 1s. There's another show that... what way is this really supposed to go? The line on that way. Okay. There's another show that was released recently on Netflix. It's the Pacific Rim, the Black, or Pacific Rim Black. That their second season just came out, and I watched a ton of it last night. I need to finish it, but I watched a lot of it. And I really, really like it. I can't tell. Okay, the line is on the top. It's the same animation as like the Godzilla stuff where it's like it's computer generated anime. So it's like I can't tell if it's anime first and then they just render it in CG or if it's CG and then they put a filter over it that styles it like anime. Either way, I like it. It's fun. Oh no, did I do that wrong? No, that's right. Okay. Oh, this is a long stream, man. My butt's hurting. I just like big robots fighting big kaiju. I'm a simple man. When I see a kaiju, I click. There is a lot of snot building on this. There's a lot of interesting little techniques. It's not anything major interesting, but it's still fun. The way they did the torso to get the shape was very cool. The shape of the body. The legs I feel could have been a bit more robust, but I think that would have required the whole model to be a little bigger. And I think they were trying to scale it with Aloy as a minifig. So I think that's pretty cool. There is a Brick Vault, I think, did a Thunderjaw, which is, for those who don't know, it's like the big monster in the game. In Zero Dawn. In Forbidden West, there are two other larger monsters now too. There's a Tide Ripper and a Spineback, which are Thunderjaw size too. But in the original game, the Thunderjaw was the big one, the one that looked like an armless T-Rex. And honestly, it's like when I started the game again, I was like, oh, these guys are pretty easy. You just have to knock one of their guns off their back and hit them a couple times with that, and that's it. So it's like, oh, I forgot how fun that is. So Brick Vault has, somebody did a mock of one of the Thunderjaws, and it's very cool, but I think the scale is weird for this. Like, I think the Thunderjaw should only be, like, these things are immense. Like, they're the tallest things in the game, and the Thunderjaw should be, I don't know if you see the scale, should be about that high, but I think the Thunderjaw mock is really big, and it kind of dwarfs this. So I might try to figure out how to do a minifig scale, or at least to this set scale of all the other monsters, because there's a lot. And that's the thing. Lego could do this as a series. Like, they could do a bunch, and they could have different they won't, but they could have, you know, her companions throughout. They could have Silence, and they could have Eric. Is it Eric? One of her friends. They could have I can't remember the other guy's name. I don't want to ruin anything by saying what they are, but yeah, there's options. And I kind of wish they would take a chance and do that. I think the Tallneck was such a hit, and people were lining up to get it, that I'd be shocked if they didn't try to do something else along those lines. Because the Thunderjaw's a great set, but again, you have to buy the pieces and buy the instructions. So it would be expensive to do. But definitely worth looking into. Yeah, it's just so unique. Like, there's nothing really aside from maybe like some Shima sets or some of the newer Ninjago sets, or not even Ninjago. Is it still Ninjago? Like Monkey Kid's doing some really cool like mechs and dragons and things. I feel like I'm a little out of touch with those, but those are pretty unique too. And I think a lot of people appreciate the kind of the strangeness of having something this unique. As an option for sets. I know the game mechanics, some people have problems with the game mechanics. I didn't. I thought they were great. The fighting mechanics are a little not great in this one. There's more of them. Like, you have to fight people differently in this game than you did the first one, which I wasn't really a fan of, especially since they put sort of an emphasis on, hey, if you want to beat this game 100%, you've got to learn how to do this fighting mechanic. And then they didn't do a good job fleshing out that fighting mechanic. It was kind of gross. The timing's really bad, and that's fighting with other people. That's like melee fighting. So it's different from fighting the monster or the robots, the beasts. So this is kind of how people are doing. It's just a stud. That's a snot build for a dish. And this is kind of how people do Star Trek hull dishes too. So if you're into that, that may be a good thing to see how they do this. Times 2. Yeah, ribs starting to hurt. So like things like this, this slope piece and then this slope piece right here kind of tie together. And then there's going to be another one rounded here. We'll just kind of repeat the same thing on both sides. Yeah, there are a lot of fighting mechanics in this game. And I think adding the bit where you're now fighting humans a different way is a little much. Because there was so much, like, with your ranged weapons, and then they added, like, a Valor system. So where you could build up Valor points and then, like, turn on a super focus kind of thing where, you can turn invisible, or your resources double, or your melee strikes are stronger. There's weapon stamina, so you can like use your additional weapons traits. So now instead of just like shooting a bow and arrow that have different elements, you can shoot them a different way. Like if you activate one, instead of shooting straight, you shoot 3 up in the air and it goes, or like a bomb will skip instead of just being thrown. So there's a lot of different ways to fight, and it can get you can get a little muddied. Especially when you run into a giant monster and you're in the woods and you just panic and you're just swinging and jumping. You kind of don't care about the rest of that stuff. Okay, that one goes face down like that. Or if you play like my son does, where he's fighting and he's looking down half the time. I'm like, pull your camera up. What are you doing? Can't even see where you're going. And he's like, ah! Not really. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 numbered but a couple of the numbers are doubled, so maybe like 10. It's not that bad. None of them are really integral to the set. Like if you wanted to leave it off, it'd probably look fine. They're just highlight. I haven't done all of them yet. It looks like most of them go on the dish, so... This dish is taking a lot longer than I want it to. I want it to be done by now. I feel like I may have missed a sticker somewhere too. Like this should have gone somewhere on the spine. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's not egregious. Times 2. It's definitely not as many as I've seen in some other sets, but since this will be a display, this is going to go right next to the Nintendo. It will get its stickers. Oh, this bar. I already know what this piece is, and it makes me break out in hives just looking at it. So when you climb up to the top of the neck, you have to jump off the neck and onto this bar to pull yourself up on the top of the head. And just looking at it, I know exactly what that piece is, and it makes my butt clench because they're so tall. And like every time I play a game where you're like scaling and jumping and having to grip onto stuff and Laura Croft it all over the place, I'm like, ooh, you know, get a little sphincter clench going on. Okay. Times 2. I don't think the stickers on this one make or break it. So, which is nice. Because sometimes you open up a set and you see like the size of the sticker page. You're like, ugh, you didn't plan that well, did you? Whoops. Oh, both of those. Okay. And then flip over this way. I like that they're adding some details on the underside of this. Or that was the underside. My goodness. So this is going to be where it connects to the neck, and there's still quite a bit of... I would have covered that up somehow, but... That's cool. That's some detail under there. It's not bad. See, and that's what you can get from doing a disc like this, a brick-built snot disc, is you can color it with different plates in there on both sides, so that's pretty cool. Anyone doing an Enterprise or a Starfleet ship would get some good pointers from this. I have yet to actually buy a brick vault model. I know a lot of people have. Like I have friends a Lego friend who has bought quite a few of them, like the Vipers and some of the cars and TIE variants and stuff. He really likes it, but it's also not cheap. You have to do a Bricklink order. Buying the instructions is already like $30-40. I think minimum, like they can be expensive. But at the end of the day, you've got a great display set that nobody else has, or very few people have, so that's cool. Nicely done. little thicker on the top there, very... Like, you could literally attach this to, like, because there's a neck here too, you could attach this to a fuselage and then, like, the engine section, engineering section. Some pontoons and some nacelles. Bob's your uncle. Oh, here's your big sticker. I was worried about that one. That's fine. I think I worry too much about that. Yeah, they're expensive too. The instructions for those things are not cheap. Which is, I mean, I'm all for it because those guys, those designers, do a really good job. You know, they do a great job of bringing you a very well done piece of. I already know I'm not gonna like this song. The beat's gonna drop and then it's gonna go. Rob, 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 rob. Yep. So I'm all for, like, you know, appreciating how much some of those things are worth and being okay with that. All right, so number 2, this is another sticker. I figured these were all going to be on the top or something. Okay, let's see if we can do this. It's not bad. Not great. But as someone who's done designing and instructions, I really appreciate what they do and how much time it takes. So I'm okay with, like, if I ever got one of those sets to, like, the Vipers, the 2 Vipers that they've got, the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. Oh, so good. The TIE Advanced, really good. I would probably get the Thunderjaw. It's pretty good. I still need to find a U-Wing. I know they have one, but it's not like the UCS scale U-Wing that they had a while back, but I would really like that one. But that's like a white whale. Don't know if I'll ever get that. I'm gonna have to make do with the nice one they made that's not a UCS, but still cool. Okay. Wow, there seems to be a lot left over here. I wonder why those got put on last down here. Times 4. Oh, that's what all these extra pieces for. Okay. So times 4. Yeah, I forgot to have these, like, back end hip flexor things. They still do some stuff. They lost what's his name, Mike. Went over to do his own thing. Cool stuff or something cool. And then they moved away from doing like reviews and things to just doing. They just have like a shop now, and it's like mostly Instagram. So yeah, they moved away from the YouTube stuff. They still occasionally do like a mock review. And some news. I think they still do a little news, but it's not as big as it used to be. Yeah, they used to be huge. I feel like I missed a whole thing here. I did. Oh, ×4. Whoops. I was like, what the heck? Why do I have all these extra pieces? I thought it was ×2. Well, we're getting to the end of it, so I will start saying my goodbyes and my thank yous and appreciations for everybody being here on Mother's Day. You guys are awful people and should be going and hanging out with your moms. Why you're sitting here with me is just beyond my comprehension. So now I'll replace that with this so you can kind of see what's going on with this head. And then I've got these hip things down here that I got to put on. But again, thank you very much for hanging out on this lovely day. I don't know how angled these need to be. What? Okay. I feel like I failed to see where those went on earlier. Have a good rest of your week. Enjoy all the new stuff coming out on TV and whatnot. Upside down like that. And if you can get a copy of Horizon Forbidden West, I would highly recommend it. If you haven't played the first game, I would highly recommend you go play the first game. Quite in there all the way. Because it is totally worth it. It is a fantastic design, great concept, good gameplay, beautiful, beautiful visuals. It's the most beautiful game I've seen. So, yeah, check it out if you can. And I guess this guy just goes anywhere. Where does it say? It's got a couple feet. Does it have 4? Yes. Goodness. All right. Move, Aloy. Yeah, this is definitely a display thing. It's probably not built for much more than just looking at it, because the legs aren't very articulated. And then once they're kind of nailed down into this bit, they're pretty much there for a while. All right, there you go. So there's your Tallneck. Set by Lego. Tip it a little bit this way. It's about a foot, maybe 9-10 inches tall. The detail is great. There was a lot of fun builds, like in the neck. The body was fun to build. A lot of snot in there, transferring from 4 wide to 3 wide. That was a lot of fun. The figure's really great. The figure of Aloy is really great. The little red eye there is good shape and everything. So very nice. I'd be happy to display this for a very long time in a prominent location. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. And hopefully I'll be back this week. Probably just some design stuff. I'm getting ready for Brick Rodeo. So it's probably going to be some instruction time or more work on the stadium, which is going well. So we'll see. But take care, everybody. Bye.